All right, everybody. Okay, here's our schedule. So tonight is Wednesday. Tomorrow night, you're going to have a little bit harder homework. We're going to have converting fractions with both the denominators you have to fix. And then Friday will be your test. Okay, so tomorrow will be a review, re-engage day to make sure we've all got our skills. We'll have groups and centers and all that stuff. Tonight, I gave you something a little bit easier. Now I'm going to do a review with everybody real quick so we can kind of remember how to compare fractions. Okay, and that should help. With tonight's homework. And then if you want to practice with your parents so you become really good at this and you can get a 3 on Friday, I'll give you a couple of there too. Okay, so let's start with the easiest ones. 3/10 and 5/10. Okay, most of the kids should be shouting right now, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Why don't you have to do anything? Because the denominators are the same. And if the denominators are the same, the pieces are the same. And so if the pieces are the same, that means I don't have to change anything. I can just say, oh, 5 pieces is bigger than 3 pieces. 5/10 is bigger. That's easy. Okay, let's try this one. Maybe I want to make it a little bit harder, and I want to practice this. Your parents can do this very easy if they want to. They can take 2 fractions. So 1/2 and 4/8. The only thing that you have to do for this one is make sure that one of those numbers can turn into the other one. So I know 2 can turn into 8 by multiplying. Okay? All right, so what would I do here? Okay, if you said 4/8, we can leave it alone because 2 can turn to 8. You're great. You're awesome. 4/8. Now, what do? You're right. We need to change this into 8s. So 1/2 has to change to 8. And I know I can do that by 2 times something equals 8. Well, I can do 4/4. 2 times 4 is 8. That's my same denominator. And 1 times 4 is 4. So those are easy. Okay. If you want to practice, let me give you a couple. Now, I'm going to write down the problem, give you some time to work on it. If you want to pause this video, pause it, and then you can come back and I'll just have the answer. I won't explain the whole thing. I'll just give you the answer. Okay? Okay, 3/6, 7/12. Which one is bigger? Pause it here if you want to work. I'm just going to answer it. Okay? 7/12 stays the same. I'm going to change 3/6. I know that I can multiply by 2. And that equals 6/12. 7/12 is bigger, so 7/12 is bigger. Okay? Let's do another practice. Okay, 4/10 or 1/2. Pause it here if you don't want me to work it out. If you want to practice on your own, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I know I can turn this 2 into a 10, so I'm going to make the 10 down here. 4/10 is going to stay the same. And I can turn that 2 into the 10 by multiplying by 5/2. That's a really ugly 5. There we go. So 5/2. 5 times 2 is 10, and 1 times 5 is 5. Ooh, 5/10 is bigger than 4/10, so 1/2 is bigger than 4/10. Okay? Okay, those are the medium problems. Here's the hardest problems. The hardest problems are, let's see here. Let's do 1/3 and 1/4. Okay, that's hard because 3 times nothing equals 4. And 4 times nothing equals 3, so I have to change both of them. So if I do that, there's a couple ways. You can start by 4 and count up by 4. 4, 8, 3 times nothing equals 8, that doesn't work. 12, 12 will work. Or you can multiply them together and say, ooh, 3 times 4, 12. Side note, some of you don't know your basic facts yet. That is an issue. Use your basic facts chart. It's in your binder. That's why you have one, so that you can have your basic facts down. So I know I can change them to 12. Now I'm going to look at them separately. 1/4 to 12ths. Ooh, I know 4 times 3 equals 12. If I do it on the bottom, I have to do it on the top because this has to equal 1. I can multiply anything by 1. 4 times 3 is 12. And that means that 1 times 3 is 3. So I know those are equivalent fractions. Those are equal. Okay? 3 times 12. Oh, times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And that means I'm going to multiply. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay, what's bigger? 4/12 is bigger. Oh, 1/3 is bigger. Okay, we're going to do the same things we did last time. I'm going to give you a couple practices. If you want to try them, pause it. And then I'll do a real quick explanation. Okay? This is what our homework will look like tomorrow. Here we go. 3/5 and 4/6. Pause it. 3/5, 4/6. Pause it if you want to work that out. Okay. All right, I can count by 6s. 6, 12, 18. None of those I can turn a 5 into. 24, 30. 30. I can do 30. And 5 times 6 equals 30. So I can do 30. That's my new denominator. Okay. So 6 times something equals 30. Oh, those are both my denominators. 6 times 5 equals 30. And so that means I need to do 5 up top because that equals 1. And 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, on this side I've got 5, times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. So I'll put 6 up top. 3 times 6 is 18. Oh, this is just a little bit bigger. And that means that's just a little bit bigger too. Okay, let's do one more practice. Okay, here you go. Let's do 2/5 and 1/7. Okay, 2/5 and 1/7. Pause if you want to try it. All right, let's give it a shot. 7, 14, 21, 28. None of those I can turn a 5 into. 35. Ooh, 5 times 7 is 35. I can turn that into. 35 is my new denominator. Okay. Then I did 7 times what equals 35? Ooh, times 5. Now if I do it to the top, I got to do it to the bottom because that's 1 whole. And 1 whole is what I'm multiplying by. There's a 5. Okay, how do I do this then? Let's see here. 5 times something equals 35. Okay, times 7 sevenths. 2 times 7 is 14. Oh, this is way bigger. So that's way bigger. Okay. What are the things that can help you? You have your basic facts chart. Use your basic facts chart. Okay? You're going to have it on your test. You can use it on your test on Friday. Use it. Okay? Especially if you don't know your basic facts by now. Okay? We're going to practice this again tomorrow. It'll be a re-engage day. We'll all practice it. But your homework tonight, you probably won't have to do much of any of this. Okay? But I add this video just to kind of help out. So anybody who wanted to get a little extra practice, you can have a little extra practice. All right, I hope you have a great night. If you need anything, give me a call on Rooms.